Coach, I kind of looked at this as like a scrimmage that really had the atmosphere, the feel of a regular season game. Very competitive, got teams really going at it, and obviously when you go up against a team that's ranked in the top 15 in the country, that's a good thing for your club too. Most impressively, you guys played them, inch for inch, played them step for step the whole game.
Yep. No, I was pleased with our effort. I think we talked about some things before coming out here, things we didn't do in our previous 2 scrimmages, and they really executed. So I was proud of the guys to listen, take that, and actually try to execute those points. Yes, obviously fell a little short, but I mean, Coach has got a great squad. Coach Buffet, I mean, he's got plenty of guys that can go up and play. And this was great for us. I was glad we were willing to do it.
You guys have a lot, and I mean a lot of offensive firepower. We all know about Christian Jones. We all know that Brandon Martin is a real solid kid, works hard inside, as well as Chico and several other guys that can play. But the guy that was the wild card for me, I didn't realize you had a guy that can really stroke the 3, Brandon Perry, who is Perry, that has come over from River Bluff. He's a junior and scored 23, I think, up at Spartanburg Day. This kid brings you a whole nother dimension to go, in addition to all the other guys you have.
No, you put him out on the wing with Christian. You got 2 dynamic shooters, 2 guys that can really score the basketball. The one thing about Brandon Perry is he's a competitor too. He loves to compete. He loves to win. He wants to get out and play defense. He wants to finish. He's doing a lot of good things for us, and he'll be an excellent piece for us as we continue to kind of grow together. We do have several pieces. We got a couple of good athletes. We got a couple of bigs inside that are learning themselves and competing. So we've done a lot of good things through this first part of the little season here. We'll take a little break here going over the holiday, but we're definitely really excited about it.
And you got Reedy inside, who is the tallest wide receiver in South Carolina this year, 6'7", 6'8", and I thought he does a good job on the basketball court. The guy can play too.
He gets up, he challenges shots, he rebounds, he's tipping balls. He's not scared to go up against bigger guys than him. Football did him a lot of good. He really came out there, surprised me on the football field, and it's turned him into a pretty legitimate post guy on the defensive end. We'll work on the offense, but he's got a legit game going forward. We're really excited about it.
Phil, I want to ask you real quick. The last 2 games, you have played in each of those 2 games, including tonight, with a top, a very highly rated kid in their class. Spartanburg Day, Zion Williamson, number 2 junior in the nation, I believe. And then, of course, tonight, Jalik Felton going to North Carolina. We know how good he is. How neat is that to have your kids go up, not just against good teams, but to get a taste of players who are truly elite?
I think it's great. I think the state of South Carolina is really in a good position as far as top-level talent. And then I told my guys at the beginning of the season, we're not going to schedule, shyly. We want to go out and play these guys, not only for us as a team, but for you as a player. You want to compete against the best guys. And we do have some good players that want to maybe make it to the next level. That's what you got to be. And so that's kind of what we teach our guys and teach, hey, you can go out and play with these guys. All right? How you do it is up to you. But it's been a real great experience, real fun. We're glad to come over here and compete. And definitely, we play anybody, anytime, anywhere.
We all know how good Jalik is. He's been around. We've seen him at Chick-fil-A the last few years. I have never seen Zion play other than on the internet. You got to see him in person. And just in case, so we can look back at this in about 5 years, you told me this guy is crazy special.
Yeah, he's got the tools. He's got everything you need. He's 6'8", 230. He can dribble, he can shoot, and the best thing about him is he competes till the last second. He's constantly going, offensive rebounds, defensive rebounds. He'll sit down and guard a guard. He can do it all. It's real, when you sit back and think about it, it's really fun to be able to play against a guy like that. Didn't get the result we expected, but to watch a guy like that play is something special. It's unbelievable.
All right, man, thanks for taking the time. Let you get your kids back over to Cardinal Newman. Thanks, Coach.
Appreciate it.